probably know someone whose social media looks almost abandoned. No birthday post, no vacation photos, no random updates. Maybe they haven't posted anything in months. And strangely enough, they might be completely normal in real life. So why do some people have an entire life happening around them, but almost none of it appears online? You take a great photo, something exciting happens, or you accomplish something you're genuinely proud of. You open your phone, you consider posting it. Then you think, actually, never mind. You close the app and continue with your day. And sometimes you don't even miss posting it. And that's where it gets interesting, because posting something online isn't just about sharing information. The moment you post, you're also allowing other people to see, interpret, react to, and sometimes judge a small piece of your life. For some people, that exchange simply isn't worth the attention. This can be connected to something surprisingly simple: the difference between experiencing something and being perceived experiencing it. Imagine eating at your favorite restaurant. One person immediately thinks about taking a picture and sharing it. Another person just enjoys the food. Neither person is doing anything wrong. They're simply getting satisfaction from different parts of the experience. For some people, the experience itself feels complete. They don't need a reaction afterward to make it feel real. They went somewhere, they enjoyed it, they learned something, they spent time with someone they care about. That's enough. The memory doesn't become more meaningful just because other people know about it. But there's another layer. Posting can also create a version of yourself that other people begin to associate with you. Maybe you're suddenly the person who travels, the person who's always happy, the person who's successful, the person who's in love. And once that image exists, you may feel pressure to keep maintaining it. This is one reason some people prefer staying quiet online. They don't want every moment to become part of a public identity. They don't want to constantly prove that they're doing well. And they may not want people forming conclusions about their life based on a few carefully selected pictures. Social media gives us an endless stream of other people's highlights. Someone gets promoted, someone gets married, someone travels, someone buys something you've wanted. Even when you're genuinely happy for them, your brain can still make comparisons automatically. For someone who already dislikes comparison, posting can feel like adding another layer to it. Now, you're not only looking at everyone else's life, you're also wondering how your own life looks beside theirs. Is this photo impressive enough? Does this make me look successful? Why did they get more attention? Why did nobody react? And here's the twist. Someone who rarely posts may actually be very aware of how other people perceive them. They just choose not to participate in that game very often. Not posting doesn't automatically mean they don't care what people think. Sometimes it means they care, enough to protect certain parts of themselves from being constantly evaluated. Of course, there's no single personality behind this behavior. One person may simply be private. Another may find social media boring. Someone else may dislike attention. Another person might have become less interested after realizing how much time they spent checking reactions. And for some people, posting may genuinely make them anxious. So if you rarely post, don't immediately turn that into a personality label. You don't have to be mysterious. You don't have to be antisocial. You don't secretly have to be more mature than everyone else either. You're just responding to social media in a way that fits your own relationship with attention, privacy, comparison, and connection. But there's one question worth asking. When you choose not to post, are you doing it because you genuinely don't want to share, or because you're afraid of how people might respond? Those two things can look identical from the outside, but they're completely different experiences on the inside. If it's simply a choice, there's nothing wrong with it. You don't owe the internet constant evidence that you're living your life. But if you're holding back things you genuinely want to share because you're terrified of judgment, that might be worth noticing. Not because you need to become more active online, but because understanding the reason behind your behavior gives you more freedom. Because ultimately, the healthiest relationship with social media probably isn't about posting a lot or posting nothing. It's about knowing why you're doing what you're doing. Share because you want to. Keep something private because it matters to you. And don't confuse visibility with value. Some of the best moments in your life will never become posts. Nobody will like them. Nobody will comment on them. Nobody online will even know they happened. And that doesn't make those moments any less real. Sometimes a life doesn't need to be displayed to be deeply lived.